feels most confident in today, and he said it's probably the depth of perimeter shooting talent that they've got. He said our guys can flat out shoot it, and you're going to see it today. Gentlemen?
Thanks, Doris. Always want to get those threes falling consistently.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right, because that's really the only way that you can force the defense to spread out and extend itself, and when that happens, then other opportunities are created.
And Tang gets it to go.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
It's Curry outside. Another miss by Curry. Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Here's Freak. Great D that time from Curry.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And that one's good, Barnes.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
And Curry pulls it down.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Wiggins. The shot no good. And we've seen some big scoring numbers of late from Freak. We heard from perimeter defensive ace Andre Iguodala about how
he's going to make some shots.
Not to disagree, but don't you? Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Adrian Payne comes in for Kevin Garnett. Wiggins is checked in for Shabazz Muhammad. And Freak subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Different look here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Bogut. Green comes in for Maurice Spates. Barnes is checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Payne out there with Pekovic. And it's Freak in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Warriors leading by 8. Barnes dishes to Curry. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Green, the screen. There's a good screen. Thompson passes to Barnes. Shot clock at 5, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And that one's good. Pekovic.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Thompson sets the pick for Green. He kicks it to Thompson. Fires for 3. No good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
They sure did. There's no question about it. And when you come out on the wrong end of the turnover battle, you're often going to be on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well, Greg. You know that.
Curry kicks to Green. Green, the screen. And Curry has it in the corner for 3. The rebound by Pekovic. And last season, an injury-filled one for Nikola Pekovic. Played only 31 games before he was sidelined. Clark with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, and you know, he wasn't even playing quite up to par before the injury, Kevin. After shooting well over 50% in each of his first 4 seasons, he dropped to under 43% last year.
The dish to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists tonight.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
And Freak throws it down.
Sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
He's just too quick for his man. Left him in the rearview mirror and knocked it down.
Warriors leading by 3. Now Curry. He had 40 points in the win against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
Green, the screen. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Warriors lead by...
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been...
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking at substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Gorgui Dieng comes in for Kevin Garnett. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Freak subbed in for Levine. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Spates in at the center, locking down the middle. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets really lit up the floor. He dropped in 26 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that one.
No question whatsoever. Tennis fans will remember for a long, long time.
Razili's checked in for Maurice Spates. And Thompson kicks to Green, and he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, he's just angling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up. And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
The Warriors lead it. Outside Curry. And the rejection by Jang.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's Freak. Kept alive, Minnesota, and that one's good. Pekovic.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Right side Curry. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
That's good. Freak's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
30 seconds left to play in the third. 6 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. For the lead, Rubio misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Curry attacking on target from 13 feet. Curry's got 26 points.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
The Timberwolves made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. The first free throw is good, and the Warriors making a change here. And both free throws good from Freak. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The Timberwolves shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Freak in at the one. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Garnett drilled from 11 feet out. Garnett's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Minnesota. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
Screen by Bogut. Curry attacking. No one near Iguodala as he lets it go. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 8th assist in the game. Freak with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. From 11 feet away. No good off the back of the rim. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against San Antonio. Poked loose and stolen by Freak. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Freak with the ball. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Freak with it. It's up against Thompson. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Talk about great numbers for Freak. 22 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Andre Iguodala.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. The game's still in question, but he told his players, guys, this is when it's fun, right? Time is winding down, a close game. This is where you show the preparation and the time you've put in. Kevin, we'll see if they respond.
Curry dishes to Thompson. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
They had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations. Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation. Extreme confidence at the line. That's how you win close ones.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Kerr.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Spurs in San Antonio. Yes!
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
Timberwolves on offense. It's a 3-point game. Here's Freak. It's in! And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
That's how you get the crowd on its feet.
Huge bucket.
I think the roof's about to come off this place.
Spread the floor and let's get to the rim. Attack immediately. We're going to extend this game by fouling, so we have plenty of time, fellas. Good luck.
And here is Curry. It's good! For the win.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
Phenomenal finish. A 3 at the horn. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I guess really that's about the only way we could expect a game like this to close the curtain.